But I guess then, motherfuckers.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Word on the
Dirt.
Street podcast, episode 76 in this motherfucker.
God damn.
First and foremost, like, a comment, subscribe down below, yo. If your little button down there does not say if it says subscribe and not subscribed, change that shit, yo. If the little thumbs up is not blue and it's fucking just gray, change that shit, bro. If the comment says 0 still, change that shit, bro. Go comment, go like, go subscribe, please.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for
real.
supporting. If you were the first person to click on this video today, thank you. We owe you head. We owe you a fucking. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl.
He's doubling up for me because I'm not. You get double sloppy from Moma.
That's funny. Well, thank you guys for fucking joining on this video. We love you
sir.
guys. Thank you guys for everybody that came to the Fights and Friends event. That shit was so fun.
Sick.
So much fun. We saw so many cool people there. It was lit as fuck. Gooba had all of his clothes there. He sold out, yo. Gooba, like, he couldn't even drop them online. That shit's already gone, bro. How does it feel? How does it feel to, like, first drop back, all of it's gone?
I'm gonna kill myself. No, it's sick, bro. You know, good to know that the sweats did good.
Yeah,
the shirts did good. The
hoodies, even though it was winter or even though it was summer, bro.
Hey,
were still buying hoodies and sweats.
It's been a rainy spring,
Yeah.
so you know, yeah. But now it's cool. I guess I'll be able to redrop everything, and it's nice to get the ball back rolling on. I've got like summer products already ready and ordered and coming.
Now you gotta stop lacking, bro.
So yeah, literally just keep going from here.
Yeah,
I think
bro.
I got some good motion going right now. I got some plans, some bigger plans. So I think just like
I'm excited for
tunnel
you.
vision.
I'm excited. I'm glad that JCF and Co was able to make those Zippos for me.
Oh yeah,
It was cool to make some new Zippos.
That's fire.
I've been fiending for a new Zippo, you know. So
yeah.
Sometimes I want to buy Zippos, and I'm like, bro, it's $50 to make one, or it's like 3 times more to make your own. You know what I mean? Like, you either buy one for $50 or you make your own for $150. So what? Like, you choose type shit.
And 150 is not bad.
Well, I mean, not really 150, but
you
know what I mean?
I was gonna say 150 is not horrible.
No, but
you know, I think like doing this stuff like in the future, like the main investments at the end of the day, shit, I was covering my mic, for like longevity, I think is like just doing all your own supplies, like supplying all your own stuff. So like literally investing in a laser engraver, investing in the screen printing. I think I realized that also with like the whole Eagle thing. Like we just said before, like these people are kind of dumb, you know? And so it's like I was talking about it with my girl. I was like, yo, like if you want shit done right, like you gotta do it yourself at the end of the day.
Well, not only that, but you can't not blame yourself.
No, yeah. No, but I'm
because
like
you had months.
No, yeah.
Bro,
at the end of the day,
to
but
make this shit,
I just think like I just think comfortably regardless. Like I in the long run, like I would like to do like all my own stuff anyways. Like
Yeah.
I think it's just a smarter, cheaper way, and there's no one to tell you no. Like if you have everything and you're not doing shit, then it's like you're
It's on
really
you.
the reason. Yeah. But even then, like obviously I have accessibility to all this, but we did it. We made it happen. So that was cool. But yeah, I think like also that learning like clarification and communicating.
And I feel like I said, it was rushed.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't as rushed because I had already had the conversation. But I think, yeah, I waited like I did wait last minute. Yeah, I did wait last minute.
And you were unsure. You were over here like, I have a screen printer, but you're still trying to lock in another screen printer, and it's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I was like, why are you trying to compare prices?
Already have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could have dropped that shit off a long time. Like, damn, you could have damn near even had already photos taken. You could have all that, you know.
Yeah.
So
that was sick though. The promo did come out sick though with.
Yeah, that was cool promo. Yo, we're filming that actually tomorrow, but hey,
yeah. Wow, all right.
It came out dope. We had cool idea for that promo.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm kind of nervous because my model's kind of. Well, I asked Marcus, but now Marcus is like, "Well, how long is the shoot? Because I work. They're trying to get me to work at 10."
I do need to double check with my model too. So
yeah, I'll always whenever you guys have a model, try to double, triple check
quadruple
throughout
check.
the week. Yo, if you guys are shooting like Saturday and you ask him on Monday, ask him again on Wednesday, ask him again on Friday.
Yo, these models be like they're on their own time.
Especially if you're not paying them, bro.
Yeah, they on their own time.
Don't expect them to do all this shit for you if you're not paying them. If I'm paying you and you're not there, that's bad business. But if I'm not paying you and you're not there, that's bad business on my end. You know what I mean? Like I should be paying you, gang.
Yo,
So
but shout out to all the models that are willing to do stuff for the free
for a fucking
skis.
t-shirt or some shit, yo. We
Yeah,
love you guys,
yeah.
yo. If it wasn't for you motherfuckers, my brand would not be a thing, yo.
It
For like
wouldn't be
even
popping.
people like Jesus and shit that have all of this shit going on and they still want to do it for a t-shirt. Like I really appreciate you guys, bro.
Yeah,
Like
for the free
holy
skis.
fuck, that really means a lot. Yeah, this shit would not be easy if like a model would charge you every time, bro. I don't think I would be able to do it.
I think like
I have to pay like 100 a model
yeah.
every drop. Think about that, bro.
That's why you just get good
It's the
friends.
same thing with like when that one homie was like, "Oh, I'll do your camera work for you," and I was like, "Okay," and then he tried to be like, "But then it's gonna be this much afterwards," and I'm like, "It doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't like, you know."
And also like at the end of the day, like professional hand is always nice. But I think like when you really need it, like like if you're really trying to execute like some green screen action scene shit, some mischief type of like advertisement, like I think okay. But for the most part, like a lot of the shots that we take, like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference from an actual photographer and a fucking us. So I think that's also true. Like I said, if you want something done, like you're the one with the vision. Like as someone that draws stuff out, it's definitely hard to like the translation from like someone's words and then trying to tell me what it is, and I'm like doing this, and you're like, no, 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 not that, but like this. So it's like if I want to go take a picture a certain way, like I'm gonna go do it. Like with the reel for BYU, it wasn't like, oh, I need to find a videographer or something. And then you even asked Jesus, and he was like, you clearly know what you're doing, bro. Like you got that. So I
Yeah,
think you had to do it yourself, and you did it right. Took 2 takes, but hey, you got it down, and that's just popping.
yeah, it did really good. That drop did well, bro. That was a crazy drop. Holy fuck, can't even like. I'm trying to like think about what I did right for that drop and how I can replicate that in the future. You know. Like I'm trying to think like, okay, why the fuck did so many people like? Well, realistically, I was breaking this down. Like January till May, I went through every month, and like for example, January, I had the most people on the website that I've had all year
Okay,
in January, but I made the least amount of money. And then in May, I had the least amount of people that I've had on the website all year, but I made the most
but it
amount of
was
money.
money
Yeah.
conversion.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to see like, okay, what did I do right and what did I do wrong in this last month? Because it feels like most of the people that went on the site spent bread
I
instead
think
of just
you.
going and just like
I think like also we have to like realize because even like with working at GNC, like my boss was telling me like when the slow months are and everything and all that. Like if January people visited your site the most but didn't buy stuff, I would say maybe because like Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving, like Black Friday and all that. And then so like around January, you drop like it was probably like
the
shit.
finals.
Yeah, so it was probably shit that people wanted but couldn't afford at the time.
Hmm.
And then in May or yeah, May, right? Yeah, like now I think it's like we're so far into the year right now that people are finally like
Definitely recovered from those months.
financially good, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like summertime, like people are gonna spoil themselves, like they want to stunt out new outfits and shit. So I think that's where maybe a little bit of the conversion is. But also, yeah, like what did you do differently, posting wise or all that shit. So, but I don't know. And the emails and SMS, like you gotta realize that shit's probably helping too.
That's true. Something that I did change was the way I dropped. Instead of promoting for a whole week now, I really only promote. I'm dropping 2 items 2 days before.
Yeah,
One, just kind of a shock drop in a way.
yeah,
That way, people are like, if let's say you want one of the items more than the other, and I post that the second day, so then it's like, fuck, I should drop tomorrow. Like,
yeah.
I kind of have to buy it,
So it's like
Like,
Wednesday, Thursday, and then drops
and then
Friday.
Friday, there we go. Instead of going like Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday, I feel like that gets repetitive, bro.
yeah. No, the
Because I
pattern.
noticed that like Monday, like would get hella likes, and then Tuesday I'd get less likes, and then Wednesday I'd get less likes, and then Thursday it'd be the worst amount of likes, even
Yeah,
though it was the best photos or whatever.
yeah.
Just because like, bro, we've seen this
You just see
shit.
it too much.
We've
Yeah,
seen this shit every day.
yeah. That's why like off balancing it, or even yeah, like this way is
So
a
then
good
all
route
I do is
too.
like if I'm dropping a hat and some fucking key knives, I drop key knife video,
Yeah,
hat
that
video,
video.
drop.
Yeah,
And then on Saturday I post one more time, hey, go get the remaining amount of stuff if you haven't already, and that's it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Quick and simple, four posts. Some people say you need to post more than that, but I'm playing around with this shit,
Yeah,
and I think
that's
that's
also the thing. You got to figure it out what works for you. Like every brand has a different like.
something I have noticed though. Like the consistency is there.
Yeah,
Like I've noticed that with a lot of brands. Like yeah, they drop, but like
the
so
buyers.
far, so far in between that like that's like what Gabby was saying. Like we need to talk about this, bro. I was 100% correct
Oh
with my
yeah,
theory, bro. I told you guys on one of the last episodes that I noticed that Okomi's drops were a collection just being spread out week to week to week. And I asked Gabby, and he said yes. So that's something that I've noticed
yeah.
with myself. Yeah, I could drop a big collection. It may not do as well. I could spread it out though, and then it looks like I'm dropping hella. It looks like I'm hella consistent.
Yeah.
It looks like I got hella products.
Well, yeah, that's why like the month to month really works because it's like you're just constantly, even if it's two different items in a month, like
It's still 2 items.
yeah. I mean, what does that add up in a
A lot of
year?
brands don't even drop in 6 months, not even one item.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So even if you're dropping just 2 items every single month,
It's just
bro,
consistency,
it's and then not only it just keeps the money just flowing,
and it's a
always
fair
flowing.
like it's a balance, yeah.
And
Because you're
if
not pushing yourself to do more than you can, and you're not doing less than you should be. Like
mhm.
you're pushing the like you're pushing it to as much as you can type shit.
And it's not that hard, bro.
Yeah,
Think about what is a collection, 15, maybe 20 pieces. How many items how many items do you need for two drops a year? Twenty
that's what I'm
four
saying. 24
pieces.
pieces, like yeah,
That's literally two collections, bro. If you're able to make a spring and summer and a fall and winter collection and split those into two
2 items
items,
each month.
it's not hard,
Simple.
bro.
Yeah,
It's really not hard.
yeah,
Like I literally had a list of stuff
yeah, and you're
that I
just
want to
checking out.
drop, and this is only for the next 5 months. You know what I mean? So it's like it's really not hard, bro. Like if you really think about it,
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people. Well, a lot of people where they fuck up is they try to manufacture all this shit. And
that
look,
too.
think about it like this: if I was manufacturing polos, thermals, flannels, zip up sweats, beanies, hoodies, tees, and crew necks, not only how many of those items, I would have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 items sitting in here that I
Yeah,
couldn't even fucking fit. And how much money would I not have to spend? And how much time would I not have to waste? That's like 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks worth of time for each item that I would have to wait for it
depending
to
on
get
yeah,
sampled and then shipped to me and then overseas and then clear customs.
and that's depending on how fast the manufacturer gets back to you with the first sample, and
And
then
if
with
it's good,
whatever yeah
if the first
whatever
sample is perfect,
what is it like fixes you do or whatever. Yeah, I think yeah, and that takes that much time. That's the other thing. Like realistically, like these shirts didn't even take that long. Like in a sense, I think it was less than like 2 days. So it's like honestly, like if you get everything done here, you actually know the right people and get connected. Like
and you don't have 100 shirts either.
yeah, no, like
You don't.
I did what I could do, kept it with the amount of items that was good with the screen printer, like and it worked with both of us, and it's like and like all you have to pay, like we broke it down, and it's like bro, like there's so much space to make fair value on everything,
You can double your bread.
Yeah, literally.
Like with the stuff you make, you could double your bread.
And
You know.
yeah, and like you said, the way that like, cause I'm not focusing on selling like a
I don't know
set.
if you've ever broke it down the way I broke it down for you,
Yeah,
maybe. But
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
like,
cause then you can see where you're.
bro, I have a list of from 3 years ago still how much I paid for something. So when I'm paying for Zippos today, I go back and I look how much did I pay for Zippos back then?
Yeah, what's it
Is
changed?
it the same? Is it the same price? Is it less? Is it more?
More, yeah.
Like, am I gonna have to charge more than what I did before? And like, is that okay? Are people gonna pay? Do people pay 30? Or are they gonna pay 40? You know, like that's like the type of shit you break down, and it's like,
Yeah. I bet there's like also like what is that fucking like Excel sheets, like the
yeah,
I
of
bet
course you could do all that too,
no,
but
I bet like there is calculators
yeah,
like
yeah,
that you
no,
just search
definitely,
it up and use like
yeah.
and honestly that probably is a smart thing to like search up like be super fast. But I think yeah, like that's smart keeping all receipts. And at the end of the day, like once you do start tracking like for tax write offs and all that shit, like that's what you need to do because you need to know literally
How
every
much you paid
penny,
and how much you
every
made and
dime.
shit.
Yeah, like yeah, and then quantity, what you paid for, where
I
you're
have it down to
paying.
the penny how
Yeah,
much I paid, bro, on everything.
yeah, you need like because that's what matters is like the
I have
receipts
like
at the end of the day.
BYUT's V1, BYUT's V2, BYUT's V3 because I've made them 3 different times,
Yeah,
and each time it costed me different to make. The first time costed me more. Then the second, because I had to buy a screen the first time,
Yeah,
and
and
then
the
the third
second
time costed me, I think,
a
about the
little more.
same as the other one because I had to rebuy two other screens because I
Oh,
had to do them with someone else.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying. Like I adjust all these costs accordingly, and then
yeah,
the first ones may have costed less because my tag person was charging me more, and then now you're charging me a little bit less, and she was. So it's, you know what I mean? It's like,
balance it out.
yeah. So that's
And
like
that's the
the
other thing is like that's why you're saying also like it's really easy to keep consistent because you know what these costs are. Also, like if because a screen print to a T-shirt to a hoodie is not going to change
the
on
same,
price.
but
Yeah,
the price of the hoodie and the T-shirt,
it's
that's
gonna
the only
be
thing that changes.
yeah. So I like literally it's easy to remain consistent like on all that stuff when you have it like already calculated, and so that's why you're like you're finding that flow
Well, that's why I
because
can tell you, like, you buy this, you add a patch and sell it for this much,
yeah,
because I know how much a patch
you
is
the
worth and how
breakdown.
much it is to sew that patch on and how much it is to, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So I mean, that's just good fucking free game right there. Not even part of any of the topics, but they're just fucking good ass free game.
yeah, that was a cool event to be able to be there with Gabby and stuff. Like, I feel like I don't know. I hate to like say like I feel like I wasted a lot of my day
yeah,
sitting there,
yeah.
but also like I didn't waste it because
It paid off
you
at the
know.
end. Yeah,
But in the moment, you could feel like that. Like in the moment, you can feel like fuck, bro. But the next morning,
yeah,
editing the vlog, I was like, I'm very happy that I was there, and I'm very happy that I spent my time doing that.
yeah,
Cause what else would I have been doing? At
yeah,
home, fucking, all fucking mopey and dopey. Like no, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm glad you got it, bro. I just like, dude, that event was so sick as fuck. I think like the whole aesthetic, the way they captured that whole story,
the vibes were
the
cool.
vibes. They had the pictures, like they went all out with the posters. I mean, they even had like the little bar, the DJ. They had
The
everything
Kumi
set up
drink was
crazy.
fire, bro. That shit
Yeah,
had me.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's those little things. Like bro, have a little bar. You supply all the alcohol and stuff, and like tips for the bartender, and that's it. And it's like people are there for that, and then that's how you get people to start engaging with it. First people are coming for the
I didn't
event.
realize most of the people there were models, bro.
Yeah, that's wow. That's like that's the other thing you have to realize here. Like that's who their demographic is people that want to model or are into that kind of scene.
Yeah.
Because the regular Smo Joes.
Cause like the homies that we met, like the Mexican homies,
Oh yeah,
they're cool as fuck, bro. Like the one that had the apartment upstairs or whatever.
yeah.
He followed me and he's a model. I was like,
Oh
what the
shit.
fuck? Like he's like cholo looking model, kind of like like Chicano.
Yeah,
I'm like bro, we could definitely use you for like Gooba stuff or my stuff.
yeah.
Like
That's
you
fire.
fit the vibe. So like yeah, bro. A lot of people were like models, and I was like, oh sick. Well, that's cool. Cool to know that I met like a bunch of other cool guy models now that
Yeah, and that's another
can
good
model
thing
for the
about those
brand.
events is like networking and finding models. And some of those models, if they fuck with you, they'll be like, I'll do it for a free
Those guys
T-shirt or
fucked with
some
us for
shit.
sure,
Yeah.
bro. They were like, let me get your Instagram, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
And one of them even hit me up, like, if you ever need anything, bro, let me know. So I'm like, fire.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and I think like just to like this topic, just in general, to make it into something, it's like you have to put yourself out there. You have to remain consistent with all of it, but you also have to be aware of like every move that you make. So it's like as you're putting yourself out there, what are you doing to put yourself out there? How are you interacting with the people? How are you pushing your brand to the people?
How do you think consistency affects your brand? Like, why is consistency good in the consumer aspect? Does
Because
it make it look more
you're
like does
when you
it?
go to a store and the brand that you like is out of stock, do you want to buy another brand?
Not really.
So I think it's kind of like if you're constantly showing up, people expect you to be there, and they fuck with you already. So it's like consistency to an extent works because it's like they're dependent. It's a dependency in a way.
Do you think in a way like it makes your brand look more legit?
Yeah, I mean you got like that's I think the most important part is like the more consistent you are, the more legit you look. But not only just that, you gotta keep people wanting to engage. Like if you post like, "Oh, I'm in," and then "Peace out, I'm out," I'm back here. Like,
Well, the reason I started dropping every month was for that reason.
yeah,
Was that everyone would always ask me like, hey, I know you just dropped or you dropped a month ago or whatever. When are you dropping again?
yeah,
And then my answer would I would just be like, I don't know,
yeah,
you know, at some point.
yeah,
And then it would just like got to the point where like I would kind of see the like disappointment in their face almost.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a plan. Like you don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Like what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like you don't even
Yeah.
know what's the next drop. You don't even know like you don't have like any ambition for what's next. Just that was it.
That's
That's all
it.
you had.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I felt. You know, like a little bit of like damn. You know.
Yeah.
So then I thought about it, and I remember talking one time, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna drop like every week. You know, like when I start dropping, I'm gonna try to start dropping every week. And of course, that's really hard to drop
Yeah.
every week. You know, but I was like, okay, we'll start every month, and then we'll work up to every week. You know,
Yeah.
so as of right now, I could legitimately drop 2 times a month if I
Yeah.
really wanted to, which is one item a week. You know,
Which I think is
which
really
is
good.
which is not hard. I could drop 2 times a month if I really wanted to, but I just decided to combine them and drop once a month. You know,
Yeah.
but anyway, now whenever people ask me when are you, hey, when you just drop, when are you dropping? Next month. Okay, what about after that? Next month.
Yeah.
Okay, what you know? And now, like you said, now they have something to look forward to. Now I feel good. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's say this stuff sold out, or you didn't even like the stuff I just dropped. Don't worry, bro. New stuff is coming next month.
Yeah.
So that's what I always tell people. I'm like, okay, you may not like the stuff that I drop on there, or you may not be able to get it, but new stuff is gonna drop next month. So don't even worry about it. You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like in a way the consistency kind of helps, but I'm always like confused on like. But then again, like Supreme drops every fucking week, and then you know what I mean, like
But like you said, it's kind of already expected from them, and then the audience already knows some are going to be hit, some are going to be missed. So I think like you said, it's like now people like you might not like this one, but the next one you will, and don't worry, it's not going to be in 6 months. Next month I got something new anyway. So I think like I said, it's a dependency that they look forward to like that, and like you said, it makes you feel good as well, and like that's kind of at the end of the day like what it is. You want to build a community and something to give something people look forward and kind of like your brand represents something, so you want people to feel good about your shit. So I think that's and consistency really is important, like in life, just in general, like if you don't show up for yourself, like, what do you become? Like at the end of the day, like if you don't wake up every morning and do what you gotta do, you don't brush your teeth, your mouth's gonna stink, your teeth's gonna rot. Like if you don't take care of yourself, you're just gonna rot away. So like I think consistency, like for me, is just one of like those foundational things. Like as corny as this sounds, but like yeah, you gotta like show up for yourself. You gotta like. I think that's why like the gym is so important to me because it's like that's one thing that it's like if that's the hardest thing I do every day. Like work is easy,
I don't
so
know about every day anymore, but
but it's like but that's the other thing. I have to remain consistent enough to push myself to make it hard. If I wanted to, yeah, I could show up for 30 minutes, do a quick little workout, or but then I won't get results. And then that's also like the what's the whole point of doing anything in life? Like not to get any results. Like that's what a lot of people are motivated by is just results. So in life, you drop shit. To you, your results is to see it come out and see people enjoy it. Like that's a result to you. So I think like that's what I'm saying. Like the balance, you're consistent enough that you're seeing the results. So that's where it's important.
I feel like I kind of put like a little bit like on the brakes recently because I fucking made so much shit so quickly. I was in so much debt. It was to a point there where I was like almost like 5 G's maybe.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like at this point, I gotta sell some of this shit. Luckily, that's why at the last Utah sneaker convention, I was so
You're
fucking
happy?
locked in,
Yeah.
bro. Like I was so locked in to make bread that day because I was like, bro, like, and then this last drop, I was like, those two things are right there really helped out a lot.
Yeah.
And then this Spice event was really good too.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the other thing though too is like you kind of are ready though. Like it sucks because it's like a I owe you thing to the bank type shit where it's not like out of your own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like once you do get to that point when it's just out of your own pocket, like how cool is that gonna be? Where
That I don't
it's
have
like
any debt anymore.
that, but then you have like so many items ahead.
Yeah.
Like you have 5,000 worth of items
Uh-huh.
planned out, like that you don't even have to worry about. Like I
Yeah.
think, yeah, and then it balances out like when you don't have debt. Like I think that's the other thing is like just to be sustainable, like make it be a sustainable thing for us.
I think like the main thing is to sell, bro.
Yeah.
You want your stuff to sell. And you know what has been selling recently, bro?
What's been
These
selling?
motherfucking Labubus, bro.
Oh, let's get to
These
it.
motherfucking Labubus have been selling recently like fucking hotcakes.
Yeah, they're flying off shelves.
This shit is crazy. I don't know. I don't want to hate. I don't want to knock on anybody's hustle. I don't want it to feel like I fucking Ah, damn, I suck. I don't want it to feel like I'm fucking hating. I don't want it to feel like I'm, you know what I mean, talking shit. Okay, I'm gonna preface this with that. So for all you motherfuckers that sell Labubus, for all you motherfuckers that are resellers, don't get your panties in the fucking bunch, right?
Yep.
Let me talk. Let me fucking speak here. And if I'm wrong, you guys can fucking let me know in the comments. That's what they're there for, motherfuckers. So, I don't know. I've sent you numerous stores in Utah, outside of Utah, numerous stores posting these Labubus, bro. Okay? And this is my theory. These Labubus have been popping for what we know, like a month or two, maybe 3 months.
It's been way
Okay?
longer though.
Way
Like I've
longer, let's
seen,
say,
I've
right?
I've seen
For
for
what we know though.
yeah,
The fucking Pop Mart didn't open here till a month ago. So
yeah.
you know what I mean? So let's preface this with this, alright? Those little creatures, hey, they may make a lot of them, bro. But how much are they really making? You know?
I have two arguments
How
that I can
how
cook.
much are they really making of these little creatures, you
Yeah,
know? And then you see all of these resale stores, bro, post not little cases, like not little blind boxes. No, they posting the cases of these fucking Labubus, like the big cases that like Pop Mart should be getting.
they come with like 9 or 12.
They come with like
Like
fucking hella Labubus that then you go and you know.
yeah,
So my thing is like, there's no way that Labubu was like, these things are gonna be so popular, let's make millions. So all these resale stores can get them, you know.
okay.
So like they could, cause you know like it costs money to manufacture this and that. Realistically, bro, it's the same fucking mold. They're just changing the color of the fur.
And the
They're just
face.
changing the color of the teeth,
Yeah.
and that's it. But it's the same mold. So they're not like, the only thing that mold changed was when they made the sitting one, but the face stays the same.
And I just
So
want to put something out there for perspective. If they are manufacturing millions of these, they're going for cents. I'm talking about 5 to 50 cents a pop. Not only that, these bitches are reselling for over $500.
on some colors.
Yeah. Which what is the value to these creatures? Let's
So
before we jump into what is the value to
the value is what
these
you want to put
creatures?
on them, you know?
It's insane,
The
bro.
value is how much you're willing to pay. That's what the value is.
Apparently.
Okay?
But I think yes, here in Utah, respectively, we're way behind on everything. Goddamn on everything. I've been seeing these lufufus in Texas, in the East Coast, mainly in Texas, out in LA, mainly in Texas though. And then but it's because I've seen them mainly in Texas. But yeah, and we just got them here. I get it. There probably is people on their website using bots, buying as many as they can. There probably is people out here reselling them, you know. But there might be the Timu Labubus. There might be a Timu Labubu out there, and that's where all these resellers
The T-Boo-Boo?
Tibubu. You ever heard of Panda Buy before? You know what they sell
It's
there?
Boo Boo Buy.
They got a Boo Boo Buy for sure.
They got Boo Boo Buy in
And
there.
all these resellers damn near are hopping on that.
Bro, I don't know, okay? I don't know about all this, but all I gotta say, guys, is be careful. Um,
Yeah, there's too
if
many for
there
them to be
if there is,
legit.
bro, if you're able to get that many, then something's going on here. If your local retailer is able to get 10 fucking boxes of these bitches,
Oh,
bro.
and I missed a very important part. They sell out on the website instantly. People are
Yeah, but then your local
complaining
reseller has,
as 1,000 of
yeah, like
them.
think about that, guys. Pop Mart cannot stock these. But yeah, bro, if I can't stock BYUTs, but then next thing you know, you see your local resellers start posting them bitches. Like I got a whole box full, and I don't even have a whole box full.
They're either backdooring them
They're
or
well,
getting
either
fakes.
I'm, you know, like something, bro. But that's the way I'm looking at it. Is if fucking Pop Mart can't even keep these in stock, but any reseller I've ever known ever has them, then something's going on here. Like it's like Hellstar. It's like when that whole Hellstar pandemic was going on.
Yeah.
Dude, Hellstore.com was out of stock and everything. Where you go to the local
And they
reseller
had 12 of each
and they had
size.
every size, every T-shirt that was ever made, everything, and you still scan it, and it took you to the Hellstar.dopamine website. You know what I mean? So it's like, and like Google was saying, like, bro, they have the QR code, blah blah blah. Anybody could take a picture of a fucking QR
Yeah.
code and call it a day, bro.
Just reprint it.
Anybody.
And you can just
How
make
hard
a
is it
QR
to?
code and
How
link it
hard?
to a website.
How hard is it to fucking
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Take the background off of a QR code, bro. It's not that hard. So.
And no, but all you gotta do is make one. You make 5 different QR codes for a pink, black, a blue, orange,
No, I
Labubu.
think it's all the same. It just takes you
Oh, to the
to.
website.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Yeah, you just and then
But
yeah.
all you need is one real Labubu. Take a picture of that. Upload that to Photoshop. Put that onto your
Oh yeah,
tags.
and then do
Call it
that
a
too.
day. There you
Yeah.
go, bro.
I don't know, man. Yeah, like you said, like with the Hellstar stuff, like if you're seeing thousands when the supplier has zero,
You may want to be careful.
something is wrong.
You may not want to trust these people.
And
And
like,
I don't want to knock nobody's hustle. I don't
yeah,
want
no,
to,
keep going, you know,
yo, if
but
you guys are selling these little boo boos, go ahead, keep doing you. I could be 100% wrong. Like I said, if you guys are upset, sound off in the motherfucking comments. We want to know if these are all real as fuck
someone please break it down
Pop
for
Mart
us.
themselves are sending them to you. We want to know, but this is our theory that these Labubu's may be Lafufus, and you guys will not ever know.
It's honestly insane.
You know what else is insane?
Oh, okay.
Supreme is getting sued, bro,
Oh yeah,
by Tashawn. So Tashawn was their number one skateboarder. He's
yeah.
won Skater of the Year 2 years, I think, back to back. So this guy is definitely very well. Uh, I don't know how do you say it. He's very well received in the skate community, and
Well known.
yeah, he has a lot of respect.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for this man.
That where I think where you're heading, that's where my biggest irk is in this issue, in the whole like case. Yeah. Oh, I'll just say, like that
Wait,
with.
let me get there.
That's what I'm
Let
saying.
me
But
get there.
like,
Let me get there. Wait up. Let me cook.
bro, it's because this
So,
actually this is
so
pretty
this what happened.
this is a
This what
pretty
happened.
bad
Okay,
situation.
Supreme had a contract with Deshaun for about 13 years. He said that they were paying $1 million a year to wear strictly Supreme, and in the contract it said he could wear three other brands that are not Supreme, and that would not cut his clause.
Breach contract.
I'm guessing those three other brands were Adidas because he's sponsored by Adidas, Hardy's Hardware because he owns Hardy's Hardware, and King Skateboard because he owns King Skateboards.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing those three brands were. It may even be Louis Vuitton, something like that. I'm not sure because he has skated in those Louis Vuitton Tims when they were coming out. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure though.
But LV at the time did
Was
on
doing stuff
Supreme.
with Supreme.
Yeah.
So yeah, that could tie in.
Yeah.
We're not sure. But they had that contract with him. According to Tashawn, he's asked the higher ups at Supreme previously if he's able to model for other brands, and they told him that they do not care, that it's okay. But in the contract, it says that he can't. It says that he can only wear Supreme and three other brands. We don't have a contract, so we don't know what those three other brands are. So then Supreme gets sold to the VF Corp, right? Okay, for sure. So does that contract stick? Does that contract not stick? Do they have to rewrite the contract? We don't know. We weren't there.
I would,
But then
legally I would
Supreme
say.
gets sold to the fucking Sunglasses Hut or whatever it's called, the Luxorica or whatever the fuck. So again, second time, does that contract stick? Does that contract not stick? Do they have to redo it? We don't know. We weren't there. But as stated in court documents, Supreme had a contract with Deshaun for $1 million for the last 13 years, saying he can't wear any other brands but Supreme and three other brands that are stated, but we don't know what they are. Okay, so in the eyes of the court, Supreme is in the right. They have a contract of, hey, you can't wear any other brands. You can't model for any other brand. You're basically fucking us over if you do that. So right before Supreme got sold from the BF Corp to Luxottica or whatever the fuck you say it, Tashawn did a campaign for Marc Jacobs in those like few months that they were selling the company.
Yeah.
And in that campaign, he was like modeling like this Superman sweater or whatever from Marc Jacobs.
Yeah.
And then the company gets sold, and then they claim in the court documents that they were just trying to cut like marketing or cut expenses or whatever. So they're trying to fix their budget.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to fix your budget and you're paying this guy $1 million a year, that's $1 million a year back in your pocket.
Yeah.
So I guess once Supreme switched over to this new company, they kind of looked at that and they were like, oh, well, he's modeling for other brands. Fuck it, cut him.
Get rid of him.
So they cut him, and then they cut his contract. They just cut it from one day to abruptly, and then they said it was because he was modeling for Marc Jacobs, So Tashawn is suing them for basically wrongful termination, saying that they've had this contract for lots of years, like this long-standing relationship, and that Supreme kind of just fucked them over by just one day to another cutting off his contract. Not only that, he claims that Supreme is blackballing him from the industry.
They're pretty much
So
blacklisting him from like
yeah, so
everything,
basically he said that there was other brands that were fucking with him
and
that
now
don't
like
fuck with him after Supreme kind of like kicked him off the team,
yeah, that's the part that hurts me.
uh, so that's like another thing is that they're kind of blackballing him from not being able to work with other like creators and stuff. So that just kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that, bro.
Yeah,
And not only that, bro, but like if you had a contract, I get it. Stick to the contract. I was listening to a podcast called The Nine Club, and they basically said if you had $1 million contract with any brand, you would do anything in your power to not lose that.
yeah.
If
And
you
so
even think, if you even sniff that shit's gonna ruin your contract, don't do it.
and so
It's
that's
like
the
if you're dating a
thing
girl you really fucking love, you're not gonna do anything to
to
like,
break that
you know
shit.
what I mean? To like lose that trust, right?
Yeah,
So at the end of the day, like him kind of going and trying to find other little brands he can model for and shit, like in a way that's kind of like, bro, you have this contract, they're paying you $1 million a year, bro.
that's what I was just saying.
And
Imagine he
what you
probably took for
chasing?
like
He chased like
20
what 40, 50
little
bands.
2K bag.
No, bro, it was probably like 40, 50
No,
bands
yeah,
that Marc Jacobs paid him.
yeah,
That's not even half of what Supreme is paying him a month. I
yeah.
think a month Supreme pays him like $80,000 or some shit. If you
Damn.
break down the
With
million,
like taxes
yeah,
and shit.
no, if you break down just a million to 12 months, I think they're
Oh,
paying him like $80,000.
oh, I thought it was a million
Yeah,
a month.
no, a million a year.
Damn,
So it's like $80,000 a fuck,
that's for a
bro.
month.
I
Yeah,
make 40,000 a fucking year, bro. This motherfucker was doubling my wage in a
yeah, in
month,
a month. Yeah.
dude. He could afford 5 of my apartments, bro. What the fuck?
It also does make sense that like Supreme would like want to like cost cut funding there because
A
like
million, bro.
that's
That's an
insane.
insane contract.
Supreme's not making that
And they were also talking
anymore.
on the nightclub. What athlete or what person in general do you think is making a million a
There's
year
there probably is a few
off of
athletes
clothing?
like
Well,
Nike.
no, like skateboarder.
Oh, no skateboarder.
A million a year off of clothing
No
sponsorship?
skateboarder.
No one.
No
No
skateboarder.
one.
No, nobody. That's the dream of
Maybe not even Tony
skateboarder.
Hawk. Maybe,
No,
maybe, but maybe not even. You know what I mean? Like
not just off of one thing.
a
He probably
million,
barely made a million
bro.
off
And Supreme
of
isn't even his
Tony
brand.
Hawk
He just
skate.
skates. He
Yeah,
just skates for him. That's a million, bro. Wow, that's insane.
yeah, that is a crazy thing
And
to
that's not
fuck
even like
up.
he owns other brands. He owns Hardee's. He owns all this other like, bro. Imagine how much money this motherfucker's making
Yeah,
off of being able to do a kickflip really good.
and then so he's probably also like the 27 million is probably what the end of contract is.
Yeah, that's what he's
So
suing them
yeah,
for how much
whatever
money he
left
had left.
over. Yeah.
And then yeah, whatever.
So I mean, you got to realize that his contract, he had a good bit still to go.
I guess
27 million.
yeah, it's crazy.
Because what is it? That's 27 months.
Yeah,
How many? That's
it's insane.
2.5 years, somewhere like that.
I guess his contract was gonna end at the end of this year,
Oh,
and
also maybe he's adding more.
yeah.
But yeah, I think
Well,
like
you always add more for fucking,
yeah,
like what do they always say? Like, oh, for my own personal loss and blah blah blah. Like you always add more.
yeah. I mean, just for even like, but like it's crazy to think like he's
But
getting
it's hard, bro, because
blacklisted
like
and all that
Tashawn is
shit.
going up against a big company at the end of the day
That's what
with
I'm saying.
lots of
Like,
money, and he's going up against them by himself. So I hope bro got them Diddy lawyers, gang, because if not, then
but not even just that, but like to be blacklisted, like now all
to be black
future.
in general, bro, and
This
having to go up against this company
the fuck are you talking
for
about?
real, bro.
No, but I'm
Like
saying like he
they
can't.
already like
They're
America
breaking
already
all
is not taking
brands.
your side. You know what I mean? They're gonna
This
always go to
fucking
James
guy.
W, bro. You know?
All right.
So it's just hard, bro, in his position to do like what he's doing. Like he has a lot of balls to stand up against a company like this
You
and be
think
like, you
so?
know what?
I mean, I think that's what you
Let's
do
go.
once you have that money and you can afford those type
Hey,
of
after
lawyers.
hey, he literally has 13 million if he played his cards right,
He
bro.
probably has a lot, yeah.
He's been with Supreme for 13 years and he was making a million a year. My thing is like if you wanted to cut costs, Tashawn is not the person you cut. Tashawn is the person if his contract is expiring in the next few months, you talk to him and hey bro,
And
can
they probably
we
will in the
you know?
future. Or, well, not
Not
anymore,
anymore, bro. That
actually.
shit's
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
But they should have done that before they just fucking fired him.
yeah.
They
That is
should have
true.
been
That
like,
would have
hey,
been
bro,
better.
maybe we can't pay you 1 million anymore, but can we pay you this much if that's still cool with you? Maybe he wouldn't have been cool with it, but that's the way of doing it. The way of
Yeah,
doing it is talking like an adult. Hey, bro, like for someone as big as that, that's their poster, bro.
that is their poster
They
child.
literally
Yeah,
said it in the court documents. He's the Michael Jordan
Of
to
Supreme.
Supreme.
Yeah.
He literally is. He's the bro. Every time someone says that to Sean, he's the Michael Jordan of skateboarding. He's the GOAT of skateboarding.
Yeah.
He literally is the Michael Jordan to Supreme. They're not even trying to like suck his dick for that. Like that, literally,
No,
that's
they
what he is.
yeah.
You know.
I think like they just probably just burned the bridge at this point. Like they're like,
I
fuck
feel like
it.
there has to be more stuff on the back end
Yeah.
than what we're getting, and I don't think we'll ever even hear the end of this story. But
That's gonna be one of those like deep cut, like you have to know type
that
shit.
photo of him wearing that Marc Jacobs sweater is
Yeah.
gonna be infamous, bro.
Yeah.
Infamous photo. Like
Now it
this
is,
was a
yeah.
shoot that
I'm gonna have to find it and post it up.
like this was a shoot that fucking got Tashawn kicked off the Supreme. You know.
And it's crazy though. Like if you're getting $1 million a year, bro, yeah, like you said, for a petty fifty
Bro,
thousand
I'm
dollar
protecting
check,
that with my
fuck
life.
that. Like, I'm sorry, bro.
You know who else they should be protecting with their life?
Who should they be
Tory
protecting?
Lanez, my boy.
Bro, Tory Lanez,
Tory
he
Lanez
got
got fucking
fucked up.
like
Yeah,
15 times, bro, in jail.
yeah.
However
And
many
so
fucking
I think
times.
he's in critical condition.
It was by a Mexican.
Yeah,
Shake my head, man.
shaking my head.
Shake my. You guys make us look bad, yo. What the fuck?
Yo, nah,
Come on, man.
that's just
Well, that guy was doing, bro.
prison
That was a setup,
politics.
huh?
Prison politics, yeah.
Because that guy that did it was doing life in jail.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And that's like who they send out is the people that are
yeah,
already
already like they
in
have
there.
nothing to lose. Like they're
Yeah.
already stuck in there forever. So that was a setup. Some people were saying Megan set him up, whatever. Some people were saying that.
I don't think people realize like it's way deeper than that. Like
Well,
Tory
people were
Lanez
saying
is
that
also
he was
known to be
rapping.
a
He
member,
was
a gang
rapping
member.
in the jail,
Yeah.
and he was like talking shit on people. I was watching. I didn't finish the video, but I was
Oh.
watching a video that he was like rapping in the jail, and he was like talking shit, and he was like saying like, only thing I learned in jail was how to stab someone and kill them or whatever, and then like, yeah. So basically, like he was just basically
So he asked for it.
acting tough, you know. So I think that he kind of just did. I think he was running his mouth, and then they were like, "We'll show you, Mr. Lanes."
Yeah. That's the other thing
Bro should have
though.
done PC from
Like
the
if
beginning.
you're a celebrity, you can't go into prison acting like unless you're Little Dirt, King Von, or fucking Thugger. And Thugger didn't even want to be with everybody else. You feel me? And so it's like not even if Thugger don't want, if Dirk was like I don't want to be with everybody, then it's like and I don't even think Dirk's in Chicago. Like they don't have him in Chicago prison. But like
He should have been PC'd, bro.
I mean Tory Lane's ain't that big anyways.
He's pretty small. You're right.
Like what's
lady.
he is actually very short. I forget. But what's the song you know by Tory Lanez?
Honestly, none.
Like
I cannot tell you.
there probably is one like when you hear it and
Yeah,
you're like, oh
I can't
yeah,
tell you
but
the name.
by
I can't
name,
even tell you the chorus. I do not know. I'm being honest.
the only time Tory Lane's been popping in the last 4 or
got my
5
answer.
years is because Megan Thee
Yeah,
Stallion.
he shot her.
Yeah, that's it.
Other than that, I don't know.
And then because he went on streams with like Kai Cenat and shit like that.
Didn't he also get like a hair transplant because he was like bald and then now he's not bald?
Yeah. Well, shit. Now he's barely breathing. So.
God damn, son, he's got to get a kidney transplant.
But speaking of Mexicans
speaking of
being out
barely
here,
breathing,
speaking of Mexicans, Willie Chavera and the Adidas season. I didn't know what season. I should wrote that all down. They just dropped the lookbook or some of the photos for it. That shit's pretty hard. I fuck with it. I like the whole essence of like bringing like the baggy cholo culture into the fashion culture. I know what you said about it. You had certain words you used, how you felt about it, and I like what I said to you. I think it's a lot of people are gonna feel that way because it's just so against the norm to be like, why is the cholo trying to be fashionable? Like yeah, like that. When you said that, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But it's really fire. I think it's sick as fuck. I think it's cool that they're doing it with Adidas. I mean, I don't know. Nike just doesn't seem to like Mexicans.
you know who would really rock it?
Who?
That guy, your twin,
My twin.
the Manu.
Oh, he's my twin now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. The crew neck was
Right.
hard. The like Mexico color crew neck, and they had like the eagle, and then the jersey they had it had like 33, but it was like an old school jersey. I think it was a fire drop. I didn't really pay too much attention apparently, but no, I thought it was cool.
They had flowers embroidered on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah,
The shorts had like random flowers embroidered on them.
yeah. On like it was like 2 roses.
Yeah.
I like what he did because he didn't like overplay it with like the whole cholo. Like he could have gone like Virgin Mary, like all type of crazy shit. But he really just took like
Born and raised font
type shit, and
Yeah.
but he literally just took the aesthetic and made it fashionable. And all you can say really is like it's just baggy.
Is adding flowers fashionable then?
I'm saying like the aesthetic of like the bagginess and stuff, not like the embroidery. I'm talking about like the fit. Like he took the aesthetic of like the Chicano like Latino culture or whatever, and then like
So
the
how does he make it? How does he make that fashionable?
trending fit. Well, because it's what the fit that's trending now
Is that baggy shit?
is that baggy shit,
Hmm.
and so and then what he's making it fashionable because you, like you go to Cali, there's gonna be people that are gonna tell you don't dress like this,
Hmm.
don't dress like that, don't wear
Don't
dickies,
have a Playboy face tat.
don't have bandanas, don't have a certain
Don't
hat.
wear yeah.
But so like and him doing this, he kept it pretty neutral too. That's the other thing. Like he didn't pick a red or a blue. He kept it neutral colors. But he took all that. He said fuck all the politics, all that shit, and said make it fashionable. Like it makes sense to me. All right.
For me, it looks the same as if he would have taken the embroidery off. It just cholo wear.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
So
because it's
okay,
Willie
so you're
Chavera.
saying that the embroidery made it fashionable.
No, I'm not saying the embroidery because, like you said, it is just cholo wear.
Uh-huh.
Like with the embroidery, without the
Oh, okay, okay.
embroidery.
So what you're saying is he's making cholo wear fashionable.
Yes.
Okay.
That's literally the yeah. I could give a fuck. The embroidery, yeah, it's
Because in
like
my head,
simple and plain.
what I was hearing was that you're saying like he took cholo wear and then he like made it fashionable. And what I was thinking was he added embroidery. But
No,
what
no,
you're trying to say is he made cholo wear like popular. Like he
yeah,
made it
he's
look
making it look like this is
like
gonna be.
oh
You can
okay,
wear
there
this,
you go. Maybe
like
the way you said it was
yeah.
not the
I
best
wasn't,
way,
yeah.
but now I
Now you
understand what
understand.
you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
no. So yeah, what he did is like he's making it so other people can dress like
Uh
this
huh.
because everyone in the fashion community knows Willie Chavera.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, look, he's putting this on. Why
Yeah.
can't we put it on?
Oh, okay.
And he's also giving us a lane as like Chicanos because it's like we were already doing this baggy shit anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's fashionable and trendy. Like, so I think that's also. But yeah, no, he's making cholo wear fashionable.
He's kind of just making it more mainstream. He's opening it like
The gates. He's
yeah.
opening the gates.
He's making it like broader to the broader audience, being like, look, you guys could also like look how cool you would look if you dress like
Yeah,
this.
and then that also gives like, and that's where it branches off, and
I
it's
need
like
fucking pachuco suits to come back,
that'd be
bro.
sick.
If
Yeah, I
everybody
want
was
some
dressing
like
like
a
a
zoot suit
pachuco,
and
bro,
shit. Dude, custom zoot suits would be so
with the
sick.
little like chain that goes all the way down
Or
to
like
like the fucking
the stopwatch. Yeah,
long ass chain for no
yeah,
reason,
bro. Yeah, that'd be fire. That'd be like just a
long
sick
ass feather,
modeling campaign.
long ass feather, bro.
A sick modeling campaign.
Yeah, we need a pachuco suit.
Yeah, you can get those. You have your cousin formulate a few for you.
Yeah, I'll have a
But
formulate one for you too.
yeah, shout out Willie Chavera making fucking cholo wear fashionable. I think like to me that's so important because like I'm so prideful on just like Mexicanism and brownness and all that shit. And so it's like it's cool to
Mexicanism.
I didn't know what to say. No, but so it's dope to see like him doing this shit, and for Adidas to really put this on. And I also think it's really good on Adidas because who the fuck cares about Adidas? And so like you're like, oh, but Willie Tavera just worked with him, so it's like, all right.
Adam Beaner's like Adidas.
So that's also what I'm saying. They wear the sweats and all that shit anyways. You don't think they're gonna not fuck
Yeah,
with this
they're gonna be
already?
like, oh fuck.
And I'm
They're
talking
gonna
about
Adidas
beaners
is gonna
straight
have
in
the
Mexico,
Adidas
like.
is gonna have the beaners in the chokehold,
They're
bro.
gonna be popping. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So like it is really good. And that's what I've also said a lot is like the lack of Hispanic just influence in fashion. Like realistically there probably is a lot of fashion designers out there that I don't know about. But when you look at it, there's not that many. Like it's mainly like
You.
African American. I'm talking about race wise, like,
Oh.
European, like black, like but there's not like you never hear like, oh, this Mexican designer, this Hispanic. And there is a lot of like artisanal Mexican
I find it
designers.
so funny how you said African American and you said black. Like, why did you start off so good and then you just went black after? What's the difference?
Oh fuck!
You were like African American, European, black. Okay.
Speaking of new
You cooked,
collections,
bro. Thanks.
speaking of new collections, bro, the Rizzler, he's out here modeling, bro. The Rizzler is out here killing this shit, man. I thought the Rizzler was done. I thought he had simmered down. It actually he was just cooking the whole fucking time, bro. My favorite picture I'll post it up was the one of him wrapped in the bubble wrap. It's literally just all around him. He's just like,
He's so good. So he's such a good model. Who would have thought?
Yeah, like I
Who would
fuck
have thought
with
that little fat kid would be
I
so good at
I
modeling?
wish nothing but the best for the Rizzler.
She's gonna be skinny and buff one day, bro.
Some shit.
He's gonna. There's good stuff in the future for that kid.
Maybe.
The Costco kid,
It's
maybe
also
not.
not good
Rizzler, yes.
to be that famous that young.
Bro, you never know, bro.
Because it's like, but you gotta realize like the
Oh, you're gonna
videos
get
of
Justin
him,
Bieber, huh?
the videos of him being
being
like
like the fat
7 and
Black
6.
Panther.
No, being a 7 and 6, like doing dumb cringy shit. And imagine being like
Have you seen him as the
21.
fat Black Panther?
Oh yeah, where he's dressed up as Black
Yeah,
Panther.
that's good to like haunt him.
Yeah,
For the
that's what I'm
rest of
saying.
the.
Like you're gonna be 30
And
and
they're
people,
gonna be like, oh, it's Jack Black.
it's the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Like you know, like that also like the Costco kid. That kid's gotta get made fun of. Like there's no way he can go to public school.
There's no way his voice is real. He talks so squeaky all
No,
the
that's
time.
his voice. But that's what I'm saying. He can't go to public school. Real kids in the real world have to make fun of that kid.
Do you think so?
No, these kids are
If he
fucking
went-
soft.
If
These
he went
TikTok
to
kids.
if he went to your school, would you bully him?
In my age, in my day and age,
I've told you about the kid that his dad owns Fortnite, right?
no.
No? Alright, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna put you on. It's all game, bro. Okay? There's a guy, a kid, went to our school. His name was Donald Mustard, bro. Okay? Off rip. Already getting fucking roasted.
All right.
The fucking duck and mustard, bro. You're getting roasted, gang. You know?
Yeah.
So, nerdy ass kid, Mr. Are you gonna collect the homework? Ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, just, like, you ask him for something. Like, oh, I can't cheat. I can't do that wrong. You know?
Yeah.
He would always talk about, my dad made this video game on iPhone called Infinity Blade, and it's so fun. And he's fucking nerd, you know? Always make fun of a fucking nerd. Blah, blah, blah. You know? Okay?
So
fast
the
forward.
bullying that you took it out on him.
Yes. Okay? Fast forward, bro. Okay? 2020.
Yeah.
All right?
The bully becomes a bully.
Most popular game. What was the most popular game in 2020, bro?
Fortnite.
Fortnite, bro. Everybody and their mom was playing that. Your grandma was playing that. Damn near Juno was playing that motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
So, who created Fortnite, bro? Do you know the owner?
No. I
His
know.
name is Donald Mustard, bro.
Oh, that's that kid.
It's his dad.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yo,
The guy that created Infinity Blade, we used to bully, is him. Yeah, the same guy made
His
Fortnite,
dad
bro.
built Fortnite.
Yep. So if you know, that's why I always say, yeah, you can bully the fucking Rizzler, but in 5 years from now, he's still gonna be the Rizzler, and you're not gonna be shit, bro.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. The Costco guy, like,
And now that kid is fucking rich as fuck.
Yeah. Like, even though
There's no way he's not rich as fuck, bro.
no, they're dead. Bro, they probably got a
His dad
Costco
made
deal.
Fortnite game.
Oh, the Fortnite kid. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
bro, and look at us now. We go to the reunion, motherfucker's gonna flying in a battle bus, bro.
And you're gonna fly
I'm
in
gonna
the
fucking
hoodlum
get there.
jetpack.
I'm gonna get there in a taxi game.
You're gonna have a Batmobile, a
I'm gonna
hoodlum
get there.
Batmobile.
Ricky Dick ass Honda Civic.
Brother, don't think that for yourself. What?
That shit's next year.
Your reunion's next
Yeah,
year.
bro. That's next fucking year.
Shit, bro, you're gonna make night and day difference by next year, then, bro. You're gonna pull up in a Lamborghini.
This motherfucker said, "Don't think that for yourself, bro." That's in 12 months.
Damn, what is it? 5 year?
10.
Damn, bro, you're
I'm old as
old.
fuck. I know, Ruba. I know, bro.
It's crazy. Since I dropped out, I technically don't have a reunion.
Really?
I
You wouldn't have gone anyway, bro. You're too.
I
cool.
would. I would go shit on everybody.
on,
I'd be
you're
like,
too
bro,
cool
I'm
for that.
fucking cool.
Like, I work at GNC.
Yeah, we're at GNC in the smoke shop. I got a few years ahead of me,
I
bro.
sell vapes.
I got a few years ahead of me, bro. I'm not gonna be doing this forever.
Oh, fucking goose.
But fucking.
Yeah, I go
Let
shit
me
on
see
them
what
right
time.
now.
Oh shit.
What are you at?
We're at now.
Already?
Yeah, 59.
Yeah.
40 right now. Fucking. We were talking about Supreme earlier. I just want to end off on this shitty topic. Might as well. I wanted to bring this up a few episodes ago. I don't think I did. But the SpongeBob Supreme jacket, I hate to bring it back up again. But I did not realize that it was a Jeff Hamilton collaboration. And I just want to say that I would expect something way more tasteful from Jeff Hamilton, even if it is something SpongeBob. They could have done something in like the Krusty Krab mobile, something cooler. But you know what, Jeff Hamilton, you've disappointed me. Your jackets fucking suck. They're repetitive over and over again. You had one good jacket, and that was the Lakers jacket. And after that, you just made the same jacket over and over again. And with that being said, thank you for watching episode 76 of Word on the Street podcast.
I love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and follow.